morning, boys. Good morning. Got stripe at my legs. That's where I expect stripe to be. Tux didn't jump down today. How's Mr. Man this morning? Yeah, you ate all your chicken. You're gonna get some dry chow now. Good morning. Hi. Hi. Good morning. Good morning. I can't tell how cloudy it still is up there this morning. Apparently there's a chance of seeing the Falcon 9 off to the east around 7:15. But we're going to be cloudy, foggy this morning probably. So, but I'll be looking. Good boy. Good boy. Hold down the fort for Mom. Just Marty over here seeing if your dry chow tastes better than his dry chow. So I'm having the labs done this morning, the blood work draw for Dr. Ekberg's office consultation, and the short story is this: I haven't had any coffee. Good morning, Ruby. Well, here's a case where the camera is really making the sky look prettier than it is, but I like it. It's looking pretty cloudy, foggy to me. That's not good for our ability to see the launch. I definitely wish the skies were clearer and that I had enough time to get on top of the parking deck over by Marbles. Been a while since I did that in the morning. We'll keep an eye out to the east, but I don't think we're going to be able to see anything, even if we had time to stop, which we really don't. Yeah, perfect launch time for me is 7:45 a.m. That way I have just enough time to drop Johnny off and go up on top of one of the parking decks. So Elon, you just work on that for me, okay? It's been a super sleepy, yawny ride back to Fuquay. I cannot wait to get this blood drawn and go home and get some coffee. I need some coffee. I'm not happy this morning. I'm 15 minutes early for my appointment. LabCorp is the far door in that building on the right. They have this check-in process where you can wait in your car. Works for me. Well, I guess that went okay. 6 vials of blood. They, I don't know, I signed in out in the car, but I waited 15 minutes till my appointment time and they hadn't called me, and a whole bunch of people were going in and out in the meantime, so I figured I'd better go on in. And I followed the inside check-in process, and I don't know, it's 9:22 and my appointment was for 9, and so I guess she called me back between 5 and 10 after. So it was a little slower than I had hoped, but not horribly so. And the lady was very efficient. Not smiling and not talkative today. I think she said, 2 sentences to me. So, but efficient, so that's what matters, right? Well, it's 53 and sunny, so it's going to be nice for my ride up to Wake Forest with Gray to get her follow-up eye check appointment handled. I've only got a few minutes here at the house, enough time to make a cup of coffee, drink it, and make another cup of coffee. What else was I gonna say? Oh wait, Donna and I don't get to walk this morning because I literally have, I don't know, 15-20 minutes max, and I need to be in Ruby headed to Wake Forest. Unfortunately, that's just the way the cookie crumbles today. I suppose there's a small chance for this afternoon after I get home. We'll just have to play that by ear. Ray's loaded up back there. She can see me. Okay, currently I have 179 miles of range. I have put in, I'm trying to see the details. Where's all my details? There. Okay. It's not in the right order. I thought it was in the right order. We want the vet, the school, and then home. Okay. So now let's look at what we got going on here. Yeah. I understand. Okay. Well, it shows me getting there at 10:43. I'm supposed to be there at 11. Over to the school, I'd still have 40% and home is 30%. So it's telling me I am good to go without having to try to stop and supercharge. So sounds good to me. I had thought about stopping at the supercharger that's roughly here. The Cary supercharger on the way if I was going to be short. But since, 30% looks great to me, so I ain't even going to think about that. 32 miles of just sweet interstate driving. It shouldn't be crowded anywhere along the way on the 32 miles. So Wake Forest is kind of at the, intersection tip. It's smushed between US 1 or Capitol Boulevard and US Highway 401, the same road that runs through Fuquay. Last time I was up here, it kind of took me in or out on either one or the other of those, depending on, I guess, which was faster, which had more right turns, which had more traffic or whatever. So whichever way Ruby wants to take me, I seen enough of how that, worked the last time I was up there. I hated that Gray's distressed. If there were anything I could do for her, I would. This is a lot to ask her to be. I put her little pink bed in the crate with her. She's got a really soft bed. And she had her chicken this morning because I'm not expecting them to do a procedure or anything today where they wouldn't have wanted her to eat. So, but I hate it for her that she's so scared. They do curbside service here. I got here 5 minutes early. They've taken Gray in for the checkup. I'm noting that home is 31%, so the estimate is basically stayed the same. And I think the earliest I can pick Johnny up is noon. I'm not sure. I'm going to need to coordinate with him. I might be sitting at St. Monica's for a bit, and I don't think noon lets him eat lunch, so I'll have to talk to him. He has lunch with him, but of course he could eat it in the car. I hate to take him away from his friends, but he and I already talked about it not being fair to Gray to expect her to ride around in the car and stay in the crate any longer than necessary, although she's quieted down now. Following the Boar's Head truck is making me hungry for roast beef. I used to order a roast beef sandwich almost every day at IBM when Don and I worked over at the Cary Regency Parkway location. There was a deli downstairs and they would make me a sandwich, put a pickle in there. I'm trying to remember if I ate a side with it or not. I wanted the pickle and I wanted all of the roast beef. Mostly I think I just had them put mayo and tomato, probably a slice of lettuce on the sandwich and whole wheat bread or something. I don't remember those details. I just remember the roast beef and the pickle. It might have had coleslaw or potato salad, or I'm not a big potato chip person, so I don't think it was potato chips. It might have been potato chips some days. Anyway, if I knew where I could go get an all meat Boar's Head meats plate right now, I might be tempted. Yeah, Johnny says I can pick him up probably around noon. He'll let me know, so that's all good. Wow, there's a Durham Rescue Mission thrift store there. Now, I'm familiar with the one in Durham, but I guess they have one in Wake Forest location. But I'm not going to go in there and leave Gray in the car alone, even though I've got probably an extra 15 to 20 minutes for Johnny. But sometime if I'm up in Wake Forest, maybe I can plan for that. There is a garbage truck up ahead, and there's been 2 pieces of trash a minute or so apart that have flown out of the top of the garbage truck. So I am in no rush to be too close to him. It looks like a newish truck, so I'm a little perplexed as to how that happens, but it was, the first thing was a sock, and the second thing was like a plastic bag or tissue paper or something flimsy. But obviously both have been lightweight objects. Still, I don't want it flying into me. This is just north of the school. There's a nice boardwalk there, an overlook area onto the water. I think this is part of the Neuse River Trail. Not entirely sure. Yeah, here's the trailhead, Capital Area Greenway. Don and I have not walked that. I guess the question is, where do you park? And I'm sure there's some place around here.
I can feel it just going up this hill.
You're not belly aching already, are you?
I've gone 50 feet.
So how heavy is your set to?
I think 10 pounds.
So we have the same weight.
I think so.
So no belly aching.
Yeah.
I would have 6 pounds if I could remove 4 more, but I can't.
Can't bend over. I'm gonna have to squat.
Yeah, don't hurt your back. Yeah, don't get beer on you either.
Yeah, there she is. Just think about it. Just think of it like this.
Yeah.
You're carrying your laptop and your book bag on campus.
Oh, I've lugged some stuff before. We used to have real textbooks when I was in college.
Yeah, 10 pounds of textbooks.
Textbooks anymore.
Yeah.
Johnny doesn't even have a calculus text. I mean, there's no textbooks. It's all online.
Oh.
They're missing out on the carrying weights.
Yeah, now you know why the kids are overweight. Is because we all have power windows, and they all have Kindles instead of textbooks.
I'm walking up this hill every day without carrying the weight.
Yeah, we'll see.
Well, I'm giving teasing Dawn because we're both carrying 10 pounds and I'm only supposed to be carrying 6.
Well, she'll be carrying mine pretty soon.
I don't think so. We've made it 2 laps.
Yeah, into the second lap.
And we're hanging in there. First lap I thought about saying only 1, and second lap I thought about saying only 2, but okay. We're gonna do our 3.
Okay. Well, that works.
Well, this is the flat part. It's getting
up here.
I don't know. The only thing I'm really worried about is that hill up at the very end, back up to the environmental park, because that's pretty hard at the end of the walk. We're hanging in there and enjoying this gorgeous day. It was 67 when we left the house. No complaints about today's weather. So Don made one good point. Just imagine this 10 pounds feels like, because all of a sudden you've gone and put it on, but every 10 pounds you gain that you're overweight, you're making your body carry it around like this. So it's kind of like a little bit of an eye-opener just how much extra work it is carrying 10 pounds. And I get it that it's, you know, distributed differently and stuff, but
still 10 pounds.
Still 10 pounds. Well, I am impressed that my heart rate that I saw was never above 128. It's at 117 right now or something. Well, usually by the time we get to Jules, it's in the low 140s, because this hill is rather significant. So I'll look again in a minute, but I guess what I was trying to say is carrying the weight vest didn't really seem to have more than a, let's say, 5 beats per minute impact on my heart rate. I wasn't struggling too bad.
I agree. I thought she did really well.
Thanks, Donnie. I told him he was looking too casual over there and he needs more weights the next time we do this. Friday he wants to run home, so we won't do it Friday. We'll have to see tomorrow how sore I am. You know, I don't know about now that I'm older, but when I was younger I was definitely one of those, just jump in the water already. You don't need to feel it. It doesn't matter how cold it is or it isn't, just jump in. So taking it slow and easy and building up and being patient, that's just not exactly my personality. Okay, I have peaked coming up the hill at 147, but I've not slowed down. I've kept going. There's Don. He's trying to figure out his heart rate.
Which one?
Did you figure it out?
Yeah, 97,
No, it ain't 97 right now coming up the hill.
98, 103.
I'm loading you up, buddy. It's like getting off a boat.
Or off a bicycle.
Yeah, off a bicycle or something. Your balance is not quite, has to get back to normal. Well, my subscribe and save stuff came and it was a lot. I am trying these organic vanilla coffee K-cups. I'm fixing me a cup now. See what I think. Johnny really likes vanilla. He also really likes caramel flavor. It's time for me to cook some bacon and do dinner prep. It's 3:30. I want to work on my Legos, but I gotta adult before I get to work on my Legos. Oh my goodness, it smells divine. And they're organic too. I got them off Amazon. Yeah, it's a pretty big box of cups. I forget how many's in there. We'll see how fast we go through them, but how much vanilla we want. 40 of them. I should make Johnny a cup and take it back there. I think he'd appreciate it. What do you need? What do you need? Are you hungry? I think that's a yes. You guys always are like thing 1 and thing 2 up here on the counter. I'm not starving you to death, I promise. Yum, bacon. I'm not quite done with the bacon or the dinner prep, but I'm waiting for some bacon to come out, so I'm gonna start on my building, enjoying me a Zevia root beer, and pick up with step 146. I just completed step 157, which put some more stuff in the gearing, some more gears. Let's see, there's I think 4 new ones. Uh-oh. I bet that thing's coming loose in there again. I'll have to test it. But anyway, it was actually spinning better before that happened. I'll figure it out. Yeah, there's a little tiny gear in there, and that had popped out, and I just stuck the butter knife down in there, took the wheel off, stuck the butter knife down in there, pushed it back in. Most of these gears are such that they really can't move or slip. I mean, the designer did a good job. I'm not faulting, but that gear was able to pop out of there, so easy fix though. I found it really quick. I finished through step 178, and I finally have the support, the arm, to keep this wheel from moving, and I did spin it to double check it to make sure it's all working properly, and it is. It works better if I spin it with both hands. An even tension on this axle. So anyway, I'm stopping for tonight at 6:40. The cheese stuffed chicken breasts are done, and I'm pleased with my progress today. You can see the paper on the wheel simulated here. That's pretty cool. Alright, there's one of the cheese stuffed chicken breasts. It's time to dig in.